What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're coming up on the 1:30 hour here in Atlanta, Georgia. Last trade on Muln 1980. The jig is up. The game is over. In my opinion, there's an absolute positive 60% chance it's a total scam, and we may as well include Mcom. Last trade 1680. And before today's episode is over, you're going to get some excerpts from Lion Larry's Facebook Live last night that include moonshine, $15,000 paintings that adorn his wall, and celebrities that are not popping, that are not celebrating, that are not laughing, but yes, crying on his sofa. All that and fucking more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a fantastic long weekend. Last trade on Muln 193, just after 1:30 in the afternoon. I think the game's over. The jig is up. I think they're going to flush the stops. This thing's going to crater. It's going to be trading with Mcom. Last trade 1670. I'd say probably before the end of the day, beginning of next. So here's the deal. In simple terms, keep it simple, stupid, right? Third grade language so everybody can understand. Last week, we had a bullish outside reversal on Muln. It went from 20 cents to 30. That's a 50% gain in less than 24 hours. However, shortly after that, in the following day, it crashed, if my memory serves me, to 2-1 and change. And I said, it's got to hold 20 cents or the game is over. And I raised my probability that it's total fucking scam to at least 60 cents. Wow, 1888. This thing is in big fucking trouble. It's what you call a classic death spiral. And if you're watching level 2, as I have been all morning long, and again, I'm long the stock at $1.13. I said, don't buy any more Muln at 118. The mistakes that I made is not getting the fuck out before it crashed through $1, and I bought some more, a little bit of it, at 60 cents. But I'm here to tell you, do not throw any more good money after bad with these two stocks. It's a simple equation. It's massive dilution and huge insider selling, which includes David blowing out of about 2.5 million shares of stock at 26 cents and change the same day he wrote the letter to tell you to hang in there. Ladies and gentlemen, the two guys that run these shows, in my opinion, and it also includes Lion Larry, so you better not go anywhere, are absolute scum of the earth. They don't care about enhancing, let alone maintaining shareholder value. They're down 99.9%. They continue to sink into the abyss. And if you're watching level 2, it's the same one or two market makers in both cases that are slamming the bids. And this morning, I saw 250,000, 500,000, and million share blocks going off, 1844 now on Muln. A half a cent to a penny below the bid. You know what that is? That's called get me the fuck out of Dodge. I might be a convertible preferred shareholder. I might own the warrants. I might be an insider. 3 of them in Mullen's case, along with David, that filed at 60 cents to get out of 242 million shares of stock. This is not, mark my words, this is not naked short selling. This is massive dilution. Insane amounts of insider selling and piss poor execution. Because in Mullen's case, they've had 10 years now to sell some vehicles and collect a paycheck. And I have this sneaking suspicion they're going to miss this deadline in the next 30 to 60 days. It's going to be another excuse, right? They put out this bullshit Persona AI press release this morning. We all know that's bullshit. That's from the what? The Muln 5 that was supposed to be in production last year. Then it was going to be this year. Now it's next year. Now they're pushing it out to 2025 and 2026. So for all you out there that have told guys like me that are long the stock and many, many others that this is a total scam, you might be right. So I'm at least 60% scam in both cases. The only difference here is, before I get to Lion Larry, is Sal does have some revenue. He's going into another city with 600 bikes. Sal, I have a question for you. Why are you once again diluting? Ladies and gentlemen, are you aware of the fact that Sal, the worst CEO in NASDAQ history who runs Mcom, formerly known as Hellbiz, doubled the amount of shares outstanding in 1 week last week? Doubled. You can't double the float. You can't have 250 million shares. You can't have the CEO writing a letter to you, the shareholder who's lost up to 99.9% of your money, blowing out of 2 or 3 million shares of stock right in the middle of it all. It's an absolute, almost guaranteed 60% or thereabouts total fucking scam. Which brings me to Lion Larry. If you want to make money in the stock market, follow me on Twitter. Last 10 trades, 352% profits. For the most part, Muln and Mcom are the only debacles we've had for months. And we are up, as of this afternoon, 688% after 117 winners. So I know how to make money. I spent 30 years trading, half of that as a broker from 1993 to 2007. So if you're in the ditch, you better be following me on Twitter. And for those of you that are premium members, and we will only serve 300 of you, I believe there's 1 or 2 or 3 left. We keep having one come out and one come in. If you want stock texting, if you want to be in the Discord and the Facebook group, we may hold off till after the 4th because a lot of the people are on vacation right now, but a shit ton of value is coming over the next 30 to 60 days. All it costs is $2 a day. In fact, only $50 a month if you pay by the year and save 16%. So Lion Larry, who I called out right from the start of being absolutely full of shit. This is a guy who went to prison 20 or 25 years ago for securities fraud and writing bad checks. I could tell the minute I saw him the first time a month ago, and I took a lot of shit for this. This guy is blowing smoke up your ass. And if you want to have some fun, watch the Facebook Live from last night, where he was, in my opinion, in an Airbnb or some Zillow that was fully furnished, because we've never seen that house before, Larry. Watch and see how many times he does this. Right? If you understand body language, when someone's itching and rubbing their nose, they're lying through their fucking teeth. I counted 14. A friend of mine says it's 16 times in roughly a 30-minute video. But in that span of a half an hour, we learned, among other things, by the way, who's holding the camera? You ever wonder that? Who's holding the camera? Is it mama? Hey, Big Pimp, is it mama? She don't have to worry anymore, right? You told us what? About a month or so ago, the deal was done. No, before that, it was a $10 billion deal with the Saudis, and you had MBS's badass security motherfuckers flanked on your side as you were riding around. What was it, in a stretch Bentley or a Benz? Let us know in the comments, Larry, if you got the balls to step up, even on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Take your pick, pal. But we learned last night that no, not once again, the deal is off. So we go from 10 billion to we go from the deal's on to the deal's off to I'm not going to talk about the deal anymore. I'm going to let David, who has run his 5th company, wow, $17.99 right now as we speak on Mullen. Mayday. Mayday. So Larry goes from the deal's on, the deal's off, it's 10 billion, I'm not doing it. He tells the YouTube guy, God bless him, for calling him out on the 2 Lucid cars that Larry claims he bought to do the tests on, but still has not provided the receipts. Have you, Larry? But he tells him on Monday the deal is done. But we learned last night the deal is off, and the deal is not only off, but he claims he's not been talking at all to David at Mullins. He's not been paid. So my question, Larry, is how are you in that pimpin' house of yours? Who's holding that camera? What stupid SOB? And I hope to God it's not your mother, because she seems like a nice lady. But who in the world is dumb enough to sit there in that house that you're renting or visiting or whatever the fuck it is, listening to you tell us, among other things, that you've got moonshine? What the hell was that in the corner, the moonshine? And then you got the $15,000 paintings on the wall. Did you notice this? I've been cleaning the kitchen just so you can span over and see, oh, it's a really nice kitchen, because it is. And then he claims he's got acreage. Larry, how come as I scanned down your wall with a couple of friends of mine last night, you've never showed us pictures of that house? And you've had on your Facebook locator that you've been in Little Rock, Arkansas, but you claim this house that you've been living in for a while is in Washington, D.C. So which is it? So ladies and gentlemen, and if that's not enough, we also learned that Mr. Big Pimpin', Mr. Rick Ross, Walmart jewelry, Super Mario Walmart t-shirts, $8, who likes to get dressed up at times and act like a big shot. He's had celebrities. Did you see him when he was walking through? And I'm not going to be doing this anymore. So if you're sick and tired of hearing me talk about Lion Larry, Muln, and Mcom, this is the last one for a long time. But he's cruising by towards the end of the biggest half hour of bullshit you've seen in a long time. And he points at a couch and he goes, if you guys only knew the celebrities right here that have been crying their eyes out. So why aren't they partying? Why aren't they laughing? Why wasn't it lit? Why are they having a good time? What celebrities? Is it Puff? Is it Puff? Come on now. Who you got? Mace? Who's rolling up in there? Is it, who is it? Who's been hanging on your fucking couch, Larry, spilling their guts and crying their eyes out while you what? Tell them you're about to become a billionaire. You got Joe Biden on the bat line. He told you, oh, by the way, and if that's not enough, and I know I'm all over the place, but he claims now that he's got $250,000 offers to talk to the media, but he doesn't want to talk to them because why? He's got a bunch of death threats now because he also has $400 million from American and Middle Eastern companies that want to take him public. I don't know about you, but if I had a technology that was worth anything, I wouldn't have last trade 1710 on Muln. Wow. Well, what else can you say? I wouldn't be associating myself with a company that's sinking into the abyss. Wow, 1690. Where's the bottom on Muln? I don't know. Didn't I say about 10 minutes ago it was going to be trading with Mcom, last trade 16 and a half? Well, there they are. Why don't they just come together right now? And I got an idea. Why don't you make Lion Larry Senior Vice President of Sales? Right? Sal, Lion Larry, and David all together. Get them together at 16 and change right now because neither one of them's got a fucking chance in hell of ever making you or me any money. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and I know this was a fucking train wreck, but I cannot stress, stay away. Let somebody else pump this motherfucking shit up so that you and I can get out and go on to better things. Always remember that I love you. We're looking out for your best interest, and thanks for watching. I was going to say, is it Coolio? But I think he's dead.